Hi and welcome to Geekology. I'm David.
And I'm Sven.
And today we're reviewing Star Trek, the official Starship collection by Eaglemoss, issue 86 and 87. Sven, would you like to start with the magazine?
Right, 86 is the Gorn Starship. The Gorn Starship, type Starship, launched 23rd century, has disruptors, top speed of warp 7.5 and is 220 metres long. It is pink. Purple.
That might be. This is not so much.
What's the front? It's pinky purpley colour.
They had a stab at it.
Right, so as everybody who's watching this video no doubt knows, this is from the remastered original series, because in the original series it was a blob.
It was a blob.
Bit like a certain other person's vessel, and another one, and several of the vessels.
They were blobs. They were blobs. They were.
And for the remastered version, they couldn't really get away with having blobs anymore in 1080p. So, it got redone. There we go, a Metreon.
Which I'd actually forgotten about.
Yes, there we have a Metreon. Yes, it is the Metreons. I was correct when we were talking about that earlier. Metreons! You appear to be a child. I am actually many of thousands of years. Anyway, there's Bobby in his big rubber suit, which could blink all of a sudden.
It looked creepy when it blinked, didn't it? It really did.
It worked for me.
Well, of course it worked.
It worked better than the Enterprise one did.
Oh.
To be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Early CG. Main bridge, there's the buzzard ram scoops, topographical view generally. It has an impulse engine. Is the impulse engine present on the model?
It is.
Power generating coils. So that's the warp nacelle then, yeah? Oh no, there's the warp nacelle. What the hell? Okay, what the hell's going on back here? What is this? Power generating coils. You mean it's the reactor?
It's a coil that generates power. What part of the description are you struggling with?
Okay! In the Mirror Universe, Slar became trapped in the USS Defiant after it was stolen from the Soviets by Captain Archer and his crew. So suddenly we have Mirror Gorn.
Yeah. Mirror Gorn.
Isn't that part of Middle Earth?
No.
Anyway.
Quibble.
Designing the Gorn Starship. Who designed this blob?
Who are you blaming?
Yeah,
who damn it?
We told Neil at the Gorn. Who's this Neil person? Neil Ray. Right. Okay. Neil Ray came up with this. Saw a blob and turned the blob into a multi-spined thing. The Gorns did not look like this in the video games.
No.
Remastering the original series. That's actually quite interesting. Circuitry in the again. Yeah. That's all pretty cool. Some information about how they put the remastered series together and sorted out all the little issues and.
And I know people quibble about watching the remastered. It's totally
press the angle buttons.
It's totally worth it. And you know what? If the special effects bug you that much, then yeah, you can still watch the remastered cleaned up, but without the touched up special effects. I still think they're worth it.
Yeah, completely. Especially when they actually put in stuff that they couldn't afford to film at the time.
Yeah. But then went back to the storyboards. And let's not rave about the Blu-ray. Let's discuss the ship. Let's discuss the ship. Have a quick gander.
Go buy the Blu-rays, especially the kind of price it's kicking around at the moment. You really deserve it.
Yeah, they do. Have a gander.
Now you may be wondering why there's only one of these. This is because I'm no longer subscribed. I am now cherry picking. I'm in the wonderful world of cherry picking these things. So I have quite a different outlook on these now. Yes. David, on what planet is this worth 11 quid? It's barely bigger than a Micro Machine.
It is a bit small, this particular one.
Is there any metal?
It's in the top piece just there.
Oh, strain. It's less than a bottle cap.
Yep.
Okay. It's cute, which I'm not sure is the correct term you should use for a Gorn vessel. Has that actually got that down there? No, it's just.
No. I knew you were going to say that.
I'm a little
when they can't even, when they produce their own magazine and then don't put it into the model.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I will say my piece.
I'm probably going to have a yes or a no score from now on.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm scoring and you're going yes or no?
I'm going yes or no.
Is this educating Sven? Are you doing a Transformers on
No,
me?
I'm doing a, will it be something I'm adding to the list of ships I will be buying?
Okay, well, let me try as a sales pitch to you. Okay. Great ship. Remastered was the first time we actually got to see it. This looks very close to what we see on the screen.
Yeah,
Where it loses...
It has to be very close to be able to see it, because it's so bloody small.
Okay, it is small. Now, I was excited to see this. When I started handling it, I became a smidge more disappointed. The join lines down the bottom are horrendous. The buzzard ram scoop.
Needs a bit
Are
more
we
colour.
going to say that they're buzzard ram scoops?
They are buzzard ram scoops.
Okay. On this, unless you hit the light just right,
You can't see the colour difference.
it's hard to see.
Yeah.
Okay. They did not use the translucent plastic on the bottom piece to make it purple. You have to
But
look
that would
at
have been
it
so small.
incredibly carefully to see that the paint is actually there. So my argument it is, would you like me to get your magnifying glass?
It might help.
The only reason I saw it is
Maybe
because
to
I
find
hit
the
the
vessel.
light. I hit the light just right to see that
Right,
they did actually
okay.
paint it purple. But for me to have to go, there it is.
That's not good.
Yeah. I'm giving this a reluctant 7.5.
Right.
The size, the hideous join mark,
Yeah.
colour underneath, which no, the ram scoop's been just weak, and it's
Yeah. There's nothing of it.
it's not. It's a great piece because again, it's the only way you'll get it. They're not gonna, it's not gonna suddenly come out as a model. So from that perspective, for me, yeah, but not.
I'm not going to give it a score out of 10, and I won't be doing that for any of the models going forward.
Okay.
All I can say is look at it from my point of view now, which is I haven't got the room for all of these ships.
This one's perfect. It's so small.
And I'm actually going back through the collection up until this point and selecting ships I will be disposing of.
Would this make the list?
No, it would not be in my collection in any way, shape or form. I will be keeping, shockingly, the Enterprise from the original series. I will be keeping
Botany Bay.
the D7. I will be keeping Botany Bay, and I will be keeping the Bird of Prey. I am little undecided about the Antares at the class at the moment.
Okay.
It probably will stay because it's a Federation starship. But even then, that's quite iconic in a way because it was in the animated series. It was one of those weird things you only ever saw in the animated series originally. That is not iconic. That does not bring back memories of the original series.
Well, no, it wouldn't do, because in the original series it was a blob. It wasn't until you saw the remastered. I was excited to have this one because of that.
And to be honest, that sitting on a shelf is going to do nothing for me. Which is why it's a no.
Okay.
I'm afraid. On the old cherry picking list.
Let's see if this Federation ship makes the list.
Federation Timeship Aeon, which is more of a shuttle than a ship.
What is it with Eaglemoss? You'll see in a minute. God.
Have they mined all of the metal?
Technically, yeah, all that went into this.
Yeah, sounds about right. It's shuttlecraft.
Technically, it's a starship in the same way that a runabout is, and they are time ships.
How many people can you get in a runabout?
It's one of because didn't they say in one of the other episodes it was only a couple, and then it just they fidged around with it.
Yeah,
There was a few.
I mean, there's four duty stations. On
You are kidding me! Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Anyway, one person aboard of this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Federation Timeship, subatomic disruptor weapons.
Yes.
How's the Federation starship running out with disruptors?
It's from mega in the future.
So they don't use someone else's technology? I don't think so. Right, there's the Starship Aeon, which is a shuttle. There's 3 lights, one at each corner.
There are not 3 lights!
There are 3 lights, and they're one at each corner, which means everybody's now going to recognise it as the triangle from the Tamworth Triangle that stays hovering above and shadows trains, apparently. Not that we've got any UFO sightings in England at all, honest God, no. I
don't know what's going on with him today. Did your wife let you at the gin?
No. There's Tom, there's Tuvok. Yeah, we went back in time. There's the amazing man who runs around on his Segway with the power of his own mind. I don't know. I've got Simpsons stuck in my head. That can't be good. There we go. Topographical view. It's a shuttle. It's a little ship.
I'm not really going to argue with you. It is, but they call the... See, the thing is, yes, it's a shuttle, but it was referred to as a time ship. Therefore, it's a ship.
Okay.
But I don't give a hooping fudge what they class it as. I
So
really don't.
As designed for Journey's End, beyond the 24th century, it was from the 29th. How's Rasmussen got in here?
Because they're doing time ships.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that they will do... Now that is a shuttle.
No, it's a pod.
Actually, it was a pod. But still.
Could be worse. It could be a police bot.
Anyway, move on.
There we go. Yes, no more on that. There's Daniels, who surprisingly was one of the crew in Galaxy Quest. Yeah.
I didn't gurn to the camera.
No, not at all. And there we go. Just mentioning Future's End Part 1 and 2, Chrono Works, etc., etc. And a mention of the following week, which is the Vulcan Varkless vessel, which looks interesting.
Right, check that one out.
Is it bad that the first thing I see is a cyberjet?
Yes.
Generation 2 Transformers, they've got the power to surprise. It's got this whole Cobra thing going on. It looks like the hood of a Cobra. Yes, it's a shuttle. And I see what you mean. It's quite nice seeing that see-through bit, and at least it's got the pennants on it, which is a nice upgrade from the last time we saw a time ship. Relatively speaking.
Oh, yeah. That's it. No, I'm sorry. You're doing puns that bad.
Sit!
Not doing these with you anymore.
It is what it's supposed to be. I don't see a problem with that at all. It looks like it did in the show to me.
Sven?
Yeah.
You remember when you watched that episode of Voyager?
No.
I'm willing to bet it was the only time you ever saw that episode of Voyager. Didn't you only ever see them all like once? Did you ever see any of them more than once?
I did have a problem making it through Voyager.
Yeah, I know you did.
I kept going back and watching the recent track.
Okay, now I will be honest straight from the get-go that I am hugely biased. towards. Reason being, the com badge. Anybody who knows me knows I've got a weird obsession with com badges, and of all of them, this is my ultimate favourite of all of the Star Trek badges. It amazes me that they have never officially released it.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the Franklin Mensa either, was it?
No, it wasn't. No, I'm lucky I've got one of the German special edition pins,
Right.
which they made a stupidly low number of, and it kills me to this day that I bought 2 and then gave one to an ex. I'm an idiot, I should have kept both of them. But going back to...
So which ex was that?
Ship. Becky. But going back to the ship. So they used all the metal from this into this.
Yes, which seems to be, a regular occurrence.
Yeah, they do that. It's strange.
So how much metal did we put in this one? All the metal we didn't put in that one. Okay.
I like the fact that lights up on both sides.
Light piping.
I like the fact that it appears more or less how you saw it in the show.
Yeah.
However.
Oh, please. What are you going to pick holes in that for?
Here's my problems with it.
Right.
The join line.
Yeah.
Around there. Now, I'll admit it's a dark model, and they've tried to work it in as best
It's not
as
going to
they
be that
can.
obvious when it's on the standard special.
Yeah, okay. Now, here's the bit. Now, you will not have immediately sprung this to your mind, because
Voyager.
you barely got to see this in Voyager. For like a split second, it was... Pfft. And I know Voyager's not your favourite thing, but I have something to help jog your memory without making you watch the episode. Are you ready for this? It's a magazine. So in this magazine, right on the cover, they show you a white detail line around the cockpit.
Which is not present.
Right, now, does that look like a mirror part of the cockpit going back, that detailing line just there?
Yeah, it makes it look the same colour as the cockpit colour.
Ready?
Yeah, it's not. It's supposed to be grey, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the same colour.
And not only that, but further in the magazine, there's detailing here. There's the actual shot from the show that shows you the detailing going across the back.
Right. Okay.
Is completely different to that.
Right.
I was excited about this one.
It shouldn't be black, should it? Really? It
The cockpit should be black.
The
This
rest of it should be a dark grey colour.
Yeah, it's too dark. The model's too dark. So I'm afraid it's getting, and bearing in mind I was excited about this one, it's getting a 5. And it really should be like a 7 or an 8, but the paint detailing seriously knocks it down. Which upsets me because I wanted it to score higher.
As far as I'm concerned, it's not going on my target list.
Okay. Is that because of the paint job?
It's the paint job. It's the fact it's a shuttle in my head and not a starship. I do like the fact that the pennants are on it, unlike the relativity.
I can't believe they just... what
People are selling decals you can put on yourself, though.
bad news for our whole industry.
Yeah, it's building up around this model series to correct them.
Correct them, yeah. There's a guy in America who's custom painting them and taking orders. Yeah.
I think it's simply a case with this one. If I see it cheap enough at a toy fair or a collector's fair, I may well pick it up. But at 10 or 11 quid, it's a no.
Right, well, there's no real arguing with that. Thank you very much for watching. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter. And of course, there is the official Geekology website. Thank you and good night.
Bye. There we have a Metreon. Yes, it is the Metreons. I was correct when we were talking about that earlier. Metreons! You appear to be a child. I am actually many 1,000 years old. So screw you, Kirk. Ha! You're wearing a dress, of course I'm going to screw you.
Things will never make it to edit! Hello, do you want a clean cut? Do you want to have another run at that, Sven?
Yeah, I've gone and done it now, haven't I?
You're gonna. There's no way, no way.
That's
so the Metreon, Sven.
The Metreon. Looks good in the dress. Unlike Wolf.
My bloopers get left in. Bet these don't. That comment will make it to bloopers though, because